Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Mike, your physical therapist. Hey, tonight we're going to be talking about 4 action steps to stop overthinking. Now, we'll be back in a few seconds, okay?
HelloNote is a truly therapist friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Good evening, and good morning, good afternoon, whoever you are, wherever you are watching. If you're watching live, comment live. Watching on the replay, comment replay. Of course, obviously, we're streaming this in our Facebook page, YouTube page, all the podcast platform. Don't forget to like and subscribe, right? Well, anyway, tonight we're going to be talking about 4 action steps to stop overthinking now, right? But before I keep on going, check out hellonote.com. Use the code, use the code. Just talk to CEO Steve Gluck. Oh, thank you very much for watching live, Facebook user. So, well, anyway, check out hellonote.com. We use HelloNote for our documentation system. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming this live actually right exactly right now. If you can hear me, I'm plugging this microphone. I haven't done this in a while. Typing, you can hear me, but use Hello Note. I'm distracted again. For our documentation, for your documentation system, if you want to start your own private practice too. All right, and of course, use MedBridge Education .com. Actually, they changed their website already. We got to update this. Medbridge.com is their new website. Use the code alternative, you get 40% discount. Okay. All right. Well, before I keep on going, let's go ahead back to the topic. 4 action steps to stop overthinking now. All right. First thing that you need to do. All right. You got only 4 steps, right? First thing is revisit the truth. You know what they say, right? The truth that shall set you free. But yeah, revisit the truth. Make sure you're thinking about. Sometimes when we're over analyzing or analyzing, trying to look for your alternative career, trying to look for a job, sometimes you got to think about it. Overthinking as a way of pulling you away from the actual facts. So it's very easy to fall into the world of the drama and everything, and you're analyzing and what could happen worst. Well, think about the worst case scenario and everything, but think about what could happen, to be better, right? What would happen better? All right. So go back to the truth. There's a big difference between the facts and the truth. The truth is, once you find that alternative career, you'll find that freedom. All right. You'll find that freedom. All right. Next. Okay. Next thing that you can do is check your emotions. We are all emotional being. I'm very emotional. I get angry or laugh or cry all the time. But check your emotions when you're trying to look for an alternative career. Are you really doing this just because you want to get out of that stressful job, or are you really doing this because you want to improve yourself? Right. Oh, thank you very much for those people who are watching live. I don't see your name, but yeah, thank you very much, Lodi or Idol, and the best. There you go. Thank you very much. You guys are the best. The listeners and our subscribers and people who are watching and listening to us. So, well, anyway, well, thank you very much, whoever this is. So I can't see your name, but thank you. I appreciate you. Number three. Oh, let's go back to the number 4 action steps that we need to do. Check your emotions. Like we're all emotional beings. We love, how we cry, laugh, and stuff like that. But you gotta check your emotion when you wanna stop overthinking or trying to find the alternative career. Are you wanting to find a good alternative career, or are you just wanting to get out of this stressful job, right? The intention behind it, right? Number three, decide the impact. What kind of impact will happen if you finally find this job? Finally agree to accept that alternative career, or finally, I've seen post in our group that hey, my salary is going down or it's better. Well, guess what? What's the impact? Not only on the impact of your the financial part, the impact on your family. The impact that I did when I moved from the states, or from the Philippines to here was just such a big impact that happened to my family. I left my family back home in the Philippines, and it's like a whole year and a half that I didn't see them. That's the impact that happened there. Of course, they're here now, they're living good life and stuff like that. So that's the number three. What kind of impact is this going to happen to you? Right. Number four, make that decision and take that action. A lot of us, we try to analyze and we keep on analyzing it, and we get to that analysis paralysis. Can I really get out of this job? Can I really quit and achieve this, find this alternative career? And guess what? It's just gonna happen. This is gonna happen when you decide to take that action. They're not going to come to you. No company will go to you directly in Facebook or LinkedIn. Hey, I want to hire you as my whatever product manager or a pharmaceutical rep or whatever you want to be, your alternative career or clinical liaison or whatever they call that. It has to be you that has to take action. Just like taking medication or therapy. We can't tell our patient, hey, take this medication, you'll get better. No, the patient has to actually take the medication, go to the pharmacy, take the medication and swallow it. They have to do it the same thing with us. If we want to find alternative career and find that, the next level that you're trying to look for, whether you want to quit therapy or not, or be in another medical field, you got to take that action. Okay. Let me just recap. First, you got to revisit the truth, right? Number two, you got to check your emotions. Number three, you got to decide the impact that is going to happen to your life and your family. It's not just going to be you, it's also the whole family, right? And of course, number four, make a decision and take that action. All right. But before I keep on going, I also want to answer some of the questions that we've been getting inside our group too, right? So we got one question here from anonymous member. Found some because, like what we always say, we got a small therapy world, right? So it's so small that people know each other, and I gotta be nice now, right? Some people's like my wife went to this event the other day. Some it's like here in Jackson, and they said somebody knew me from Nashville or something, and I'm not even in Nashville, right? So let's go ahead and answer this question from one of our member here. Looking for some advice. I am a DOR. DOR means director of rehab. She's a CODA, and she said I have been a DOR for almost 3 years. 2 years I work at a small facility, less than 40 seconds to 40 seconds, 40 residents to now working at a 120 resident facility. Good for you. I have only worked at this facility for going on 6 months, but feel very unappreciated and disrespected on a daily basis. I work for a contract rehab company as I did before, but I feel attacked every single day. Gosh, I felt that too. Um, and everyone in this building, mostly women in leadership, duh, right? All the drama, right? I know that because I live with three little girls and my wife, are constantly gossiping, finger pointing, and blaming each other for things. I try to not take it personally because everyone does it to each other, but I am an extremely empathetic person who takes things to heart 9 out of 10 times. I find it hard to not blame myself in situations and have found myself completely losing all confidence I once had in myself as a DOR. I feel like I have completely shut down and avoid talking to other management as much as possible to avoid the confrontation. I obviously know I need to leave the position, but I feel like I'm giving up on all the work I have put in this far with my team. I have a wonderful team who works so hard every single day, and I have really made great relationships with lots of them. So I'm obviously struggling with this decision. Do anyone have any advice suggesting for this situation? Well, that's a long anonymous post here. So, first of all, thank you for stepping up. Whether you're a PTA or a CODA or a PT or OTR, stepping up being a DOR. Being a DOR is very difficult. DOR is director of rehab or the rehabilitation director or something. Not all can be a good DOR, and not all can be a good therapist. Some people who are very good DOR cannot be a good therapist or an assistant, and some are very good therapists, and then you put them in a DOR position, they're not going to be a good leader. All right. So it takes a special person to do both. It takes a special person to be a DOR. Also, obviously, it takes a special person to be a therapist. But if you're a DOR right now, shout out to you for stepping up, leveling up, First, of course, you increase your salary, but secondly, you're taking the responsibility of the team. And imagine all the, like what you already said, all the drama, managing therapist, assistants, and trying to coordinate with the nurses and the physicians and all the people in this facility that you're talking about. It's difficult. So I understand your point. And this is where I kind of, it's hard to balance it. You said you feel very unappreciated, disrespected. Unfortunately, that's going to happen all the time, especially when you're in leadership position. Your employees, your staff will not appreciate you, and your regional will not appreciate you. The other managers will not appreciate you. The appreciation or has to come from within. Don't get this is my advice. Don't get the appreciation and then the what you call the respect from other people. Get it from yourself. All right. And if it continues to happen, obviously you quit. It's not the best fit for you. You can, like what I said, you can be the best DOR, the best therapist, but if they don't appreciate you, you know, it's fine. Get out of it. I don't know if you've seen all this post in Facebook about this bottle of water. You buy it at Costco or Walmart. It's like 2 cents or five or whatever, 10 cents a bottle. But when you put it in a hotel or in a fancy bar, it's like $5 already. And same thing with you. All right. I'm not saying you're a water bottle, but same thing with you. If you are unappreciated in that area, you move. All right. You're not, I'm hoping you're not in a work visa because you're a quota and you're a DOR. I was on a work visa. I didn't have a choice, but deal with it when I was working on a work visa because I can't quit because I'll get deported. Right. So, especially all the, you mentioned here, all the gossiping, the finger pointing, it's not going to get better. I'm going to tell you now, the facilities, the nursing homes, the hospitals, the whatever outpatient setting, it's just going to get worse. With all the stress that they're having, the MDS, the reimbursement going down, the owners of the companies, they're going to put down pressure on all this managers, the nursing manager, activity directors. They're going to put down pressure, and then there's going to always be drama. And then guess what? It's just going to get worse. If you don't develop yourself, your resilience to learn how to ignore this, you're going to have a hard time. So, if I were you, if you were my wife, I would tell my wife, hey, quit, find another job that will find satisfaction because life is so short, my friend. To stress out with all these issues that you're seeing here or you just explained. So I know you said we're all empathetic people. We're therapists. We like to help people. It's just a second nature to us. If we see a person uh, struggling, we help, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was working in the nursing home, I see a person having difficulty getting up, I help. And then of course obviously my productivity goes down and then they get mad at me for not hitting 1,000% of productivity, right? But we're just helpful people. So I understand you when you're saying here. And you also mentioned here uh, you find it hard to not blame yourself, and I have found myself completely losing all confidence. Gosh, this is what's happening to the profession right now. I've hired several therapists. Our company's growing, geriatric, clinic, outpatient. We do also home visits. We call it Geri physical therapy. I've experienced this firsthand with my therapist that works for me. They were DORs, and of course, not all. I've hired an amazing DOR, and she knows what she's doing. But I've hired some DORs, and of course, I'm not gonna say their name, right? And of course, they quit already, but they've lost confidence. They have lost the art. They have lost that love in therapy, that to the point that I even have to guide them how to actually do manual therapy, how to actually do good therapeutic exercise to the patients because they've lost that art. They've lost that joy in their heart. And I don't want this to happen to you, whoever you are, anonymous member sending this message. It's, you already said here, you know I found myself losing all confidence I once had. Imagine if you lose that joy, that confidence in treating patient, and you start another job and you've lost that joy. It's going to be difficult. Me, every time I see a patient, I enjoy it. I love seeing patient. I love talking to my patient. I love explaining stuff to my patient. So you don't want to lose this confidence and joy, and especially with your leadership skills. You've developed all these leadership skills already. You don't want to lose it. So what I would recommend, find another job, uh, open up your own side hustle or business or whatever. You've done all, if you're a DOR, what I would do if I were you, no, man, get right, learn all the policies and procedures, learn. That's what I did, to be honest. When I was working in the nursing home, I learned almost every single thing. I volunteered to step up to be an assistant DOR, to be a DOR, and everything like that. And I wanted to learn. I actually had the policies and procedures, and I wanted to master it. So someday, when I open up my own clinic, I know what I'm doing. And same thing here. This job that you have, it's not really a waste. You've learned a lot from it, but you got to use it to your advantage. Starting your own business, your side hustle or consulting business, how to do this and how to reach out to people. And then someday those people who are mean to you, this nurses or whoever, the other therapists, the women in leadership, yeah, was going to be so mean to you, they'll be the one asking for a job from you. I'm going to tell you that now. I believe and release and declare that someday that's going to happen, because that's what happened to me. People who fired me, they're sending me messages. They're actually going to my clinic. Hey, do you have a job for me? I'm like, no, heck no. I mean, you fired me. You were bad mouthing me before, stuff like that. So, I know it's hard, but it's going to be better. The situation there is going to be worse. It's just going to get worse, to be honest. But you're going to be better. All right. You're going to come out better and stronger here. All right. Okay. Anything else that I need to know? All right, I think that's the topic for tonight. Again, thank you very much for all the people who are watching and, of course, subscribe to our channel, both in our YouTube and our podcast. I appreciate you. But before I let you go, always remember the word fast. Letter F, find people that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So whoever you hang out with, that's going to be you. Today I hang out with my wife. We went out to lunch, right? Of course, I hang out with my amazing students too. So hang out with people who will bring out the best in you. Okay. Next letter is letter A. Take action. All this stuff that we're doing here, the classes, the CEUs, it's not going to do you good. It's not going to do me good if you don't take action. Take action by doing one step at a time, one day at a time. Okay. Next letter is letter S. Share and subscribe, right? Because we need more shares and more subscription, right? But no, kidding aside, shoot for the moon. Why? If you keep shooting for the moon, you're gonna miss it, but you're gonna be landing it with the stars. So make sure you keep shooting. The more misses that you make, the more failures that you make, like what this person who have sent the question, the closer you get to your goal to reaching your alternative career. Okay. And last but not the least, is letter T, is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, like what we're doing, you're actually understanding it more. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. But I'll see you on the next episode of our Alternative Healthcare Career Show. Bye-bye.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.